Hello and welcome to a very special playoff winning show. I'm Ged Mills and here's what's coming up today. We'll look back on a memorable weekend at Wembley Stadium as the Seasiders secure promotion back to the Sky Bet Championship. Neil Critchley reflects on the success and shares his early thoughts on next season. Plus we'll announce the winners of the Player of the Season awards. Now, Sunday was a day that will live long in the memory of Blackpool fans as this club secured their place back in the Sky Bet Championship for the first time since 2015. Despite going behind early on, Neil Critchley's side fought back superbly with Kenny Dougal's brace either side of half-time securing the win in front of 4,000 Blackpool supporters. Here's a look back on that memorable day at the National Stadium.
Before the game, I probably would have swapped places with Grant McCann and Darren Ferguson, I've got to say. But after the game, if you won, there's no better way. And over 46 games, we were the third best team in this division, and we've been the best team in the playoffs, and we deserve to go up. It's been a fantastic effort by everybody, and I'm just absolutely delighted for the support that we've had here today, the support we've got back in Blackpool.
Into Yates. Hamilton's up there with him. Elliot Hamilton stepping inside. Lincoln with enough bodies back. Hamilton. Dougal! It's crept in! Blackpool rise to the challenge! Through here to Yates, who tried to spin. Dougal again! He's done it again!
Left foot, right foot, like an arrow in the bottom.
Where's this come from? Blackpool rising up in the playoffs again! It's what they do! It's in their DNA!
It's just been incredible, incredible day, incredible season. That my thoughts and feelings for the players it's just overwhelming. That they're an incredible group to work with. And the support I get from the staff and Simon, Ben and Brett is just magnificent, and it's such a special day for everyone.
Blackpool was a club at war, a club on the edge, but now the club and its town are standing as one. That is the power of football.
Just something about the playoffs in Blackpool, isn't it?
Well, some incredible moments there, and the man who masterminded it all is of course Blackpool's head coach Neil Critchley, who has sat down with us to reflect on that achievement at Wembley.
It was an incredible day, incredible week really. The playoffs are fantastic, full of drama, full of excitement, and we had an unbelievable season to get to that point, but you then want to go and make sure you finish the job. And I felt, there were 4 good teams who started in the playoffs, but we were the best team, and we rightly were deserving of winning at Wembley and getting promoted. We were the 3rd best team in the division over the course of the season, and I think we were the best team in the playoffs. And to go and win at Wembley, there's no better feeling, and it was a fantastic day for players, staff, Simon, Brett, Ben, and obviously the supporters who were there, and obviously back in Blackpool.
We mentioned throughout the season that big game mentality when you see the teams that Blackpool had taken on and got victories against. It was that same mentality that completely adapted to the playoffs.
Yeah, our record against the top 6 teams was the best in the division. Ironically, the only team we hadn't beaten was Lincoln. So gladly we saved the best one till last. And I was so proud of how we played. Got off to the worst possible start, but we showed a real calmness and assurance to our game, and we'd shown that over numerous games. Even the Oxford game at home in the second leg, when they scored early, we just responded straight away and went and scored 2 at the other end. We played our way back into the game at Wembley, and the players actually made me feel calm on the sideline because of how we were playing. I don't think we showed any nerves, and we gradually got better and improved. And over the course of the 90 minutes, I don't think anyone would begrudge us our victory.
You mentioned the pride there. How much sort of enjoyment have you taken seeing this group of players develop from the start of the season and the journey they've been on to Wembley?
Yeah, as a coach, I think that's the biggest satisfaction you can get, when you sort of envisage something in your own head and you know where the end point is. It's the journey along all the way that's the most exciting part, and that's what myself and the staff love doing, is helping the players to improve, both individually but also knowing what their roles are within the team, so therefore the team improves. And the consistency, the humility, the togetherness has just grown, and through that the confidence has improved. And the way we've played throughout the course of the season, and the way we've represented this fantastic football club, I couldn't have been more proud of that group of players.
When you look back on the season as a whole, is there any sort of key point, like games, dates that stick out for you in terms of turning points?
No, I'd say early on. I remember early on in the season when we had a bad patch of losing games. I remember actually saying in a couple of interviews that this might actually be a good thing. It didn't feel like that at the time, but even though you have doubts, and it's only human nature to have doubts if you're losing games, I still had that inner belief in the group that I saw enough in their performances, I saw enough in their character, and I hope the players saw enough in me that if we stuck together and we believed in what we were doing, we would come through that, and we would be successful. If you'd have said to me, we'll finish at Wembley and get promoted at that moment in time, I'm not sure I would have said that would be possible. But through, sticking together, through the belief growing, through our performances getting better, and we had to adapt to so many things during the course of the season, the players got the reward and the success that they deserved.
You mentioned those rewards. Are those the exact rewards why you chose to move away from under-23s and go into first team management and coaching?
Yeah, I got asked, I think it was after the game, does this day sort of justify me leaving Liverpool to come to Blackpool? But I didn't need a day like that to justify me leaving and coming to Blackpool. It's I don't need justification. The reason I came here was to challenge myself, improve, and work in senior football, if you like, men's football, and working under pressure for results. And I was a firm believer that you could replicate the environment that we had at Liverpool in a senior environment, and I was given that opportunity at Blackpool. I'm so grateful for that. I'm privileged to work at a fantastic club with great support, both in the stands and from Simon and Brett, and I'm just honoured to be able to sit here and speak to you and speak to supporters and media. I'm just like the person who I'm the front guy, if you like, but there's so many people who could quite rightly sit here and be sharing in what we've achieved this season, because there's so many people who I'm thankful and grateful to.
So many upsides to being promoted in the playoffs at Wembley, but on the flip side you get less sort of preparation time in some ways. How quickly has the focus had to shift and start planning for a championship campaign?
Yeah, but that's an ongoing process during the course of the season. We've got John Stevenson here as the head of football operations and the recruitment team, and we have continuous and lengthy dialogue about planning and preparing, and that's preparing for pre-season, and that's games. Those plans are practically in place already, so we know what games we're playing and where we're going, and obviously in terms of recruitment. So the plans were always there. They slightly shift because we've now gone up a league, but I'm confident with the people we've got in place and the work that we do that we did some good work last summer and in January, and if we invest in time, in process, and the players that we've got, then we can go and give the championship, give it our all, give it our best shot next season.
And fixture release day is the 24th of June. How much are you looking forward to seeing that schedule and the games that come up first?
Yeah, I think myself, all the Blackpool supporters will be really looking forward to that date, because it then becomes a little bit more real when you see the names that you're going to be pitted against. So I'm really looking forward to that date, and it will just sort of highlight the challenge we've got in front of us. We're under no illusions of the size of the clubs and the quality of the players in this division, but we also have to remind ourselves that we've had a very good season this season. I say our record against the top 6 teams and how we've played should give us confidence leading into the championship.
Now, there have been some impressive individual performances all over the pitch this season, but this man has led the way in terms of goals with 23 in all competitions. Your Tower Insurance top scorer is of course Jerry Yates, who his fellow teammates have also voted as the Utility Team Players Player of the Year.
Can add a third. Late on here at Priory Lane. Poor short pass there by Gravita, the substitute, helped on by Kemp. The angle's tight here, but Yates finds the bottom.
Here is Lubala, and then coming in at the back post was Jerry Yates.
So many great goals from Jerry Yates there, especially the ones against Northampton Town and Portsmouth. However, there is one strike that has beaten them both to Blackpool's Goal of the Season award. In association with FTS Merit, that comes from this man for his sensational effort at Sunderland back in April. Now on to the Player of the Season, sponsored by Visit Blackpool and voted for by you, the supporters. This award was hotly contested by the two names you can see alongside me. However, it is a Seasiders #1 and captain Chris Maxwell who has been named your Player of the Season.
Oh, it's an amazing feeling, just such an incredible season, and Sunday was such a amazing and emotional day, and to receive this is just the cherry on top of the cake for me.
When you look back at this campaign, you think Golden Glove, Player of the Season, a promotion. You say this is the best season of your career?
Yeah, I think so. I said that after the game on Sunday. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, and it's been such a deserved end to the season for everybody, I think. And like you said, with the Golden Glove and it's the outcome on Sunday and the way we won the game and the things that have happened into the season, yeah, I think all in all it was certainly the most entertaining, but yeah, it's definitely the best of my career, I think.
For all those things to come together, I suppose it says how happy you are at this club with the environment, the coaching staff, your teammates, the fans. You
said it, yeah. It's such an amazing place to be at the moment. It's really good off the field, as I've described in the last 12 months or so. Obviously, with how good the group is, how good the players are, the character of the manager and the staff, and obviously the hierarchy of the club, it just all fits well. And I believe that the club deserved to achieve success this season, which we have done now, and it's fitting well at the moment, and we're all looking forward to next season already.
Really emotional occasion for you on Sunday. Was that a rare sight to burst out in floods of tears like you did?
I think so. I told myself not to do it, but I couldn't help it. Listen, it's been an emotional journey for myself, but it has been for a lot of players and a lot of staff members. So yeah, it was a lot of emotions flooding out when that final whistle went, and such an incredible season. It's something that I'm never going to forget, I don't think.
How did you find playing at Wembley in that atmosphere, although it was limited numbers, and to come back in the way the team did?
Without using cliches and saying that the fans were the 12th man and stuff like that, but they were on Sunday. The noise that they generated was incredible. The turnout was fantastic, and I know that there was thousands and thousands of others that wanted to be there. And since the game, there's been various messages from people in person and via social media to a lot of the players. It's been fantastic, and it's something that every player dreams of being a part of, and being a part of a winning team and winning at Wembley and getting promoted in the way we did and the manner in which we did it caps off a great season for us.
When you signed for this club, 18 months or so ago, the ambition was always to get back in the Championship, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the open conversation I had. I think you could see that from the recruitment over the last 18 months. The club and the owner and Ben and the gaffer have recruited really well, not just in terms of ability and how players play on the field. The characters that have been brought into the club have been fantastic. The dressing room we have and the culture that we have in the dressing room is amazing, and I think this team's going to do really well in the Championship. I think we're all set.
Your appetite to perform this season, obviously 2 games you got kept out of with COVID, but you've carried injury at times, but it just shows your own perseverance and wanting to be there for the team and front up as captain. Yeah.
Well, every player's going to have knocks and niggles throughout the season, There's been, as you know, there's been a fair few that have had to come through, but nothing Cocodom won't sort out every 4 hours. But yeah, it's just to be a part of it. It kills you to sit on the sideline and watch the team when you can't play. So that's something that I've got within me, that no matter what, I'll always give my best, and thankfully I've contributed to this season as well as every single player has done in this squad.
Clearly this season is one that you'll always cherish, but how much do you go and relish the opportunity to step back up now?
Yeah, under different circumstances. To play in the Championship it's a fantastic league. I think it's the 5th best league in the world, or certainly in Europe. So it's going to be a test for us. I think we'll do really well. I think we've got the group for it. We've got the character of it that suits the Championship. And there's a lot of players within our dressing room who haven't played at that level before. So there'll be plenty of players that are excited and relishing the prospect of proving themselves at that level, as well as those players that have played at that level. We want to prove that we can play at that level again. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we'll all be really ready for pre-season.
A chance for normality, touch wood, to return, and that'll see Bloomfield Road packed out again.
Yes, yeah, it's something obviously we got a taste of in the second leg against Oxford, and a little bit at Wembley. So if they're anything like that, which I know they will be, it's going to be there's going to be some fantastic games there next season against some tough opposition. But we're all relishing it, as well as I'm sure all the fans are too.
Hugely deserved there for Chris Maxwell. Well, thank you for all your support this season in what has been a memorable campaign for the Seasiders. We'll look forward to seeing you back in Bloomfield Road next season for some Championship football.
Well, now the club and its town are standing as one. That is the power of football.